Are you considering buying within the localization industry? Have you seen our M&A talks? Today we'll look at what kind of seller are you looking for?
So if you're a buyer, what are the kind of things that you should consider when you're looking for a company to buy? First of all, you need to be clear about what's the ideal turnover range that you're looking for and the financial performance expected, because that's very much aligned with the value that you want to create. So you may be looking at things strategically and considering the long-term potential of that company over its current financial performance. For example, a company may have invested heavily in their growth and their EBITDA may not be at the level that you would want, but it has the potential to deliver it and it has the potential for takeoff. Whereas if you're considering a financial acquisition, it means that you want it to be accretive from day one and you want it to add to the top line and the bottom line immediately. And that means that there will be certain levels below which you're not prepared to go. Another thing to consider as well is the kind of strengths and skill sets that you want to bring into your own company. So if you identify the core competencies that you're lacking, and then you're looking at an acquisition in terms of what it can bring, it will be a lot clearer for everyone that that's what you're looking for. In another perspective, you also need to consider, do you want to integrate that company into your own operation, or are you happy to just acquire a company that will contribute to your current operation, but leave it as is, leave it with its own brand and not touch anything. Just keep on and continue doing what you're doing. Another important aspect to consider is what is the maximum that you're willing to pay, whether it's in multiples of revenue or multiples of EBITDA, and be clear that you will not go over that limit. I mean, no matter how good, a target you may find in the market. And another thing as well is to consider whether you want and plan for the owners and managers to stay or to go, because it will have an impact on the deal structure later. So if the owners want to go, you may want to cover that risk somehow, and if the owners want to stay, you need to make sure that you actually want them to stay and that you are compatible and aligned. When it comes to the deal structure, therefore, it will have a bearing on how much you pay in cash, how much you pay in seller's notes, which is deferred payments, how you structure an earnout, and whether you want to give equity as well. And the final point is, what is your preferred timeline? Do you want to close the deal within 3 months? Because basically you have other deals to consider and you don't want to hang around too long. Is it within this year? Is it in the next 6 months? And you need to decide that because it will have an impact on everything else, including the post-merger integration.